Hello. I'm not going to tell you where I live. I'm not going to tell you what my name is. I'm not going to tell you where I'm from because that's inadequate. All that matters is what I have to say about Islam and Revert. Okay? There's nothing else matters. Um, so, I live in the Western world. That's all I'm going to say. So, at first, originally, I was against Islam. I thought it was violent. I, you know, I thought it was a danger to the West, so I decided to write a book. I'll try and write a book at least on the dangers of Islam. And I had to get solid evidence before I write a book because you can't write a book without sources. So I browsed around the internet and was seeing like websites, articles about jihad and all that stuff. But one night I was on YouTube and I came across a very slightly different video. Like I was just browsing on YouTube and then I seen this video pop up, Muslim spoken word. So I clicked onto this and I was like, sure, why not? Let's see what this Muslim has to say for himself. And his name is Kamal Saleh, I believe, something like that. So I click onto it and I watch. And it's like the meaning of life or something, and every human, that's another one of his videos. And I found him, like, he was really peaceful, and I was like, the hell? He's really, like, he really is not a violent person by watching the video, and he looked like he was so compassionate about it. So I was like, and the meaning of life sort of got me thinking, yeah, I do believe in God. I've never denied a God, but I never denied a creator, but I never really could find, that, like, a sect to succumb myself to, like, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism. I could never, well, I sort of fell into Buddhism for a while, but I could never actually, like, find one that I felt was right. And I seen him and he felt it was right, and I could see the passion in his eyes and in his words. And he's like, spoken word, he's like I say, a rapper poet. So I was like, okay. And then I seen another one of his videos. Now, I wasn't convinced with the Muslim spoken word, but that video on the meaning of life, I wasn't convinced with that. I was like, sure, Christians say the same thing, every other religion says the same thing. So, but then I seen the video he made, and it was titled Embryo Prophecy in the Quran, and I just watched it. I was like, sure, why not? If he thinks his holy book has scientific references, let me watch it. Why not? Like, what if Islam really is the truth? Like, who might say, do I know what religion is the truth? No. So I went and clicked on it and I watched it, and that got me thinking. I was like, what if this is the truth? Like, what if, like, that's what we're all supposed to believe in because that's the word of God? Like, what if that's the truth? Because the prophecy is, like, so scientific and it's so factual, because, like, it describes the human embryo as a clot, a leech, and hanging. The human embryo is hanging in the umbilical cord. The human embryo is like a leech in the sense that it is like a leech when it first forms. Like, it feeds off the mother's nutrients, energy, and it looks like a leech too, as Kamal Salah said in that video. But what else? Blood clot is, it looks like it's very similar to that. So I was like, my mind was blown at that point. And then I was starting to think, fuck, what if I'm actually a fucking Muslim? If I believe this is the truth, and if I believe that it feels right to be, what if I actually am? So then I made an account on a social media website, a secret account, of course, because I'm not revealing my identity because it's unnecessary. And so I click on it. So I make one, and I get a voice off other. I got a voice. I started following some, like, brother and sister Muslims, but then I found this one guy, and he actually followed me back. None of them else followed me back. I don't know why. Maybe they just, I don't know. But he was telling me, I asked him so much questions. I still talk to him now, and he was sort of like my guider to Islam, and he was telling me that I was answering my questions and stuff that I had about it. So yeah, and then so I decided, right, I haven't, and I like only yesterday I actually downloaded this app. So I decided, right, because the past few weeks I was thinking about Islam, but now these past few days it's more like, fuck, I think I actually am a Muslim. Never thought I'd say that in my life. So I basically I go and download this app because I haven't got a Quran. I haven't got access to a Quran. Like, I probably could go to the mosque. There is a mosque in my country, but like it's a bit far out, and I know there's a mosque near me, but I don't know where it is. So, because it's like it's not the ones with the crescents. It's like probably in just an ordinary building or something. So okay, yeah, I download the app and it's the Quran. So I start reading chapters in the Quran, and I read 2 chapters yesterday, which was the was the introduction, and it was the cow I read, and I obviously, and there was, what got to me, what really hit me was that how modern it sounded, like how it sounded like it was like wrote today. Like, it's not that, like reading the Christian Bible, it's like you can tell it's like thousands years ago, but the Quran is more like a guide, if you will. And so I wrote down like my favourite quotes from it, so because I want to memorize them because I want to read, I want to like get everything in my mind. And yeah, so yeah, I read, you can tell there, and so that was over 50 verses. So I actually, and according to the one I was telling you about that I talked to, that I got off a social media website, he told me that it's 50 a day. So I got over that. So I was like, I felt like I achieved something with faith. So I felt accomplished. So yeah, I'm sort of like, I'm a newborn technically in Islam. I'm not the best of Muslims. I don't sin as much. Like honestly though, I don't sin because I don't have sex. I have a sex-free life because I don't agree with sex outside marriage. I don't masturbate. I don't watch pornography, and I don't drink, and I don't take drugs. The only thing I really do that probably some Muslims would be like, damn, get off that, is smoking cigarettes. That's all. But yeah, so I'm in recovery at the moment now. I have depression, anxiety, and it makes my life really, really hard because it's sort of like I have episodes of like mania and stuff, and I sometimes have slight hallucinations. I wouldn't have large hallucinations, like I wouldn't have like full blown, I can see people telling me to do things and stuff. Now it's more like I can see stuff, like just say flying around and stuff. So hallucinations are not that bad, but I have depression, and anxiety makes it really hard because a lot of the time I'd cry in public. I'd find it really hard to be outside, and I find it really hard to accept myself for who I am, like accept my body, accept my face, accept my soul, accept my mind. So it is really hard to be me. Depression, like, it does string you down. Like, I've attempted suicide. It failed, but I've still attempted it. And I spent time in a psychiatric hospital for suicide. Um, so it's really hard for me to like, get out to mosque, meet other Muslims, whatever. It's not easy to do, so I tend to just try and do all I can day by day, take it each day as to what I can do. Like I can read like obviously verses from the Quran, chapters from the Quran. I can talk to a fellow brother on social media, but I can't get outside and go to a mosque or meet actual Muslims. So yeah, like I got so bad, like my mental illness, that I like sort of like deprived my school and I didn't go to school and stuff. And now I'm thinking, I know that like Islam encourages you to educate yourself and stuff and to complete school, and like whether you're male or female. So I know that like it's against Islam to do that, but like I do sort of like, I'm thinking like I want to get back into school and go to university. Like I want to study linguistics and theology. Like I want to do that, but it's hard. It's hard. I feel alien and I feel inferior in the world, so it's sort of hard. But inshallah, if God wills it, I will I will recover. But at the moment, don't expect me to be like, going to the mosque, meeting new Muslims, stuff like that. Like it's not as easy when you have mental illness, and yeah. So I think that's about it. I think I'm a revert. Like I'm pretty sure I'm a revert. I'm pretty sure I've accepted Islam. Like I may not have got a shahada yet, because obviously I have a mental illness and I don't really leave my house. So it's sort of like I have to how would you say, sort of wait for that. As I said, take things each day. But as I said, reading from the Quran, Allah knows himself that I've accepted him. So all else just doesn't matter. I've accepted Allah. I read the Quran every day on my app. I would like to get the real thing in my hand. I eventually will, when I get better, inshallah. But yeah, so take things each day by day, alhamdulillah, and things will hopefully change for the better. So yeah, I live a clean enough lifestyle though. Like Muslims would be actually like foreign Muslims would probably be shocked that I'm sort of like, I'm a revert and I have such a clean lifestyle. That some reverts, like they go from having a real destructive lifestyle to a still sort of destructive lifestyle, then they reach perfection. But sometimes like it's hard for people to break habits, but I never really had bad habits of sexual lust or masturbation, pornography, all that stuff. That wasn't a problem. But yeah, I think that's about all I can say. So I hope brothers and sisters can give me advice on things, and inshallah recovery is on its way. So yeah, this is my first ever video. I don't know if I'm gonna ever make more, but it's just me, my journey on my religious journey, and mashallah, I found the truth.